Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I do post. In today's video, I will be doing the usual, and this is a full body workout. The only difference this time is that I'll be using weights rather than my body, what I've been using for the past few videos I've been doing. The next video that I do, I plan on doing a specific area using weights, so stay tuned for that. So let's just jump right into it. One of the things that I will always do prior to starting my workout is an activation. So what you see me doing here is a glute activation and legs, and also here you see me doing an upper body activation because push-ups basically work the whole body. Activation is basically you are telling your muscles to wake up. That's all it really is. I have a video about that. It's about glutes, so if you want to see that, you can go through the videos and check that one out. But I usually do an activation before I do any kind of working out. I more recently started doing it with my upper body. I never really used to because honestly, my upper body can gain muscle and get results quicker than my lower body. My lower body is slower to get any kind of results. My upper body, I could work out for 2 weeks and you can see a difference. Not necessarily my stomach and back, but that's a different subject. And that's also something that I have touched on in previous videos. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead. Also, if you want to see something more in depth about that, please don't forget to comment below and I'll give you some more information about why you may not get the results that you're seeking when it comes to your stomach and trouble areas that most people suffer with. So here you see me doing some squats with a military press. When I do my full body workouts and I'm working out my whole body, all I am doing is doing multiple exercises in one. That's all it really is, because a military press is something that I would do on its own if I was doing just an upper body, and a squat is something that I would do on its own if I was doing a lower body workout. Although squats are a compound exercise, it's an exercise that works on multiple muscles at one time. So even though it's not something that I consider the holy grail of glute and leg building, it's definitely one of the best workouts that you can do. And also with compound exercises, the good thing about doing these types of exercises, you are saving time. Most people use the excuse of not having time to work out, but I have basically been giving you videos that allows you to do what you do and still save you time. If you're doing a full body workout and you're building muscle, there's just a certain rules you have to follow. As far as building muscle, hypertrophy is another term. You take longer breaks, but that's if you're lifting heavier weight because you want to execute the workout as best as you can. If you're not using heavy weights, and you can still be burning muscle, but more along the lines of burning fat, although you're burning fat in both forms, you can take less time, but that's because you're using lighter weights. Now, when I was doing this workout, which is a deadlift and a combination of a bent over row, I did more reps because I am fairly advanced when it comes to deadlifts, and I wasn't really feeling anything after doing only 10. So I had to up it to 20. When you saw me doing the squat to the military press, I only did 10 because I felt that workout more, being that I don't do military press often. So of course, I'm gonna be weaker in that area. So with this exercise, I'm doing more reps because I do these types of workouts more often. So doing 10 is not enough. I'm not gonna feel the workout the way exercise. I always mess those two things up. I always say workout, exercise. Workout is a full, basically full routine. Exercise is a movement. So like I was saying, I do these exercises more often. So therefore, I'm much more stronger and require either heavier weight or more repetitions, because that's all it really is. A breakdown of you either doing more reps or lifting heavier weight. And I didn't want to go too heavy. My goal was to get through the exercises without doing too much. I did feel it, but not as much as I normally would if I was going heavy. And it's okay. You don't always have to lift heavy weight when you're trying to build muscle. But if building muscle is really your goal, it's something that you have to do because you have to progressively overload the muscle. And you don't necessarily have to always go heavy. You can sometimes change your tempo. So if you're doing something a little bit slower, you're putting more pressure on that muscle. Now in this next exercise, I am doing this. I don't even know how I was able to make it through it because, well, when I'm doing Bulgarian squats, because that's what I'm doing when you see me go down, that I'm great at. But again, I am not the strongest when it comes to my upper body. So the fact that I was able to do the shoulder raises was I'm proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back because I don't do those types of exercises often. Shoulder raises are not something I do often. And with shoulder raises, if it's not something that you do often, you should not be going heavy. A lot of times I see people doing this exercise and they're going heavy and they're not getting their arms to the level that they're supposed to. You are supposed to be able to get your arms raised shoulder length. You should be at your shoulder when you're doing shoulder raises. I think that's the name of the exercise. I'll put the actual name if it's not, but this is what you would call a lateral shoulder raise. And basically this was, I believe, the last exercise that I did. I'm about to wrap it up as far as talking. But this is a really quick exercise that you can do. It took me about an hour, and I feel that the reason why it took me an hour is because there were times when I took a little bit longer in between as a break. And as you can see, as I got towards the ending of this exercise, I was a bit tired, so I was taking a little bit more of a rest in between each of my repetitions. So these are things you have to consider when you're doing your exercises. Make sure it's something that you can handle so that you can get through the actual exercise without taking a break while doing the exercise. These are small key things that can really help. And I think a lot of times with people and exercising, it's the minor details that they miss that affect them from getting the results that they want. So keep that in mind the next time you are working out. And if you have any questions about anything that I did here, please feel free to comment below and let me know what you think. Also, if you've tried any of these exercises the way that I'm doing them, let me know that as well. And if you do this exercise after seeing these exercises after seeing this video, comment below and let me know how it works. A lot of times when I put up these videos, I'm putting them up so people can actually try them. And what I always recommend is that just staying consistent. If you do decide to do any of the workouts on my page, try doing them for a certain period of time and see how that works for you. But of course, take into consideration nutrition, because that is probably the most that's the hardest part of this. The workout is not as hard. It's, of course, you have to be disciplined and you want to do it, but it's the nutrition that's more of the challenge. And one thing that I have noticed with me is, for years I had the same nutrition, and of course I've gotten results that I've wanted to see for myself. However, in certain areas I didn't. And in case you didn't know, you cannot spot reduce. Yes, you can spot build, but you cannot spot reduce. So keep that in mind. If you want me to elaborate on that, also comment below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.